Salutations, tubers, and welcome to this, my latest acquisition. This is a Nishigen DX model, I believe that's how you pronounce it, Pachinko machine. Now, for those of you who might be unfamiliar, what the heck is a Pachinko machine? Well, the best answer would be it is pinball's Japanese cousin. Basic gist of this is you take these little 11mm steel balls, you use this little plunger mechanism, you shoot it up into the playfield, and through gravity and rebounding action, the object of the game is to get it into one of these scoring targets here. Now, every time you do that, the machine will award a jackpot of more steel balls and spit them out here into the tray. Now, seems kind of weird on the face of it, so what's the point? Well, over in Japan, these are kind of used as gambling machines. I hate to say it, but it's basically the truth. The general idea is, because of how the laws work over there, is gambling technically is illegal, but the way you would do it is you go in, you play, you hopefully accumulate a number of pachinko balls, put them in a little tray or a few trays, and then you go take them to a machine to get counted. You get a little slip or a card these days, or back in the day, you might get a prize like a stuffed animal or some toy like that. And then you'd walk out of the pachinko parlor, go next door or down the way to another building, ostensibly a different business, and you would hand the token, the card or the little toy or whatever, and then they'd hand you cash. So conceivably, that's how they got around all the gambling laws. Got to be a bit of a big issue because the Yakuza got involved and so forth. These days it's more heavily regulated, but still, it's kind of one of the biggest pastimes in Japan. Read a figure that these things make more money per year than Vegas, Monte Carlo, and I think I can't remember what the third biggest casino in the world is, but they make more than that combined every year. It's like 4% of Japan's GDP is spent on these. And it's, after playing with this one for a while, I can kind of see why. So I guess the obvious next question would be, why do I have a Japanese X-gambling machine? Well, the answer to that would be I was out at an antique mall with a friend of mine. We were looking for model train stuff because, here on the channel I do a lot of model train stuff. And I happened to see this on the back. I knew what it was, and I knew I would never find another one. So I asked my friend, I say, hey, would you mind, you got room for this in the back? Because I'd like to take this home with me. He goes, yeah, sure. So I go, I buy it, we throw it in the back. Big thank you is owed for crating this thing. It's a pretty heavy thing. So anyway, I get it home. First thing I got to do to it is a bit of TLC, because when I got it, this thing was absolutely filthy. I had to really go over everything really well with a scrub brush and some cleaning solution. There's still a few places here and there. I had to get out the metal polish, and then I had to go into the back, do some TLC, get all the ball channels cleaned up, get some of the mechanicals tended to, and do a little bit of electrical work. Fortunately, you don't really need to have the electric part, because these older machines are entirely mechanical. But I wanted to have the electric because when you hit a jackpot, the center here lights up, and as it goes ding. So we have to have the lights in the ding. Beyond that, I've always wanted a pinball machine, so this is kind of close enough. Because basically pinball machines before 1947, when the flippers came in, looked a lot like this. So this is about as close as I was going to get, and it's got a nice little form factor. So I guess without further ado, yeah, that's about it as far as I know on this thing. From the documentation I got with this is about 1975. So good old vintage machine. So now that I've been fiddling with it for a while, everything works again. So I guess without further ado, we'll take a few shots. So here we go. I mean, on the face of it, it doesn't look like much. And you're probably wondering, what is the biggest... There we go. what is the big attraction, but I've been sitting here playing with this thing for a few days now, and I gotta say it's kind of addicting. So far as strategy, well, best thing I can figure is the sweet spot is up in here. That's kind of the best place to shoot. Kind of makes things more likely to hit a target. It's not guaranteed. There's a lot of randomness in this. But so far as you get something up in here, you're more likely to hit a target and get a jackpot. So yeah, there she is. I guess until next time, tubers, catch you on the flip side.